afternoon, Crawford, and happy almost winter break. It's me, Miss Shockey, back in action, doing your afternoon announcements. I know you've missed me. First and foremost, though, guys, I can't believe that we have spent half a year, more than half a year, doing online learning, and I just want to say that I think our Crawford kids have knocked it out of the park. I know that you all are working hard. Keep working hard. Keep turning in your assignments. Keep joining those Zoom classes. Keep going to office hours to meet with your teacher when you need some extra help. That's what we're here for. But I just wanted to say that before we got into our announcements. So, first up, we have our Winter Break Family Reading Challenge about to start. Your language arts teacher should have given you some information about that. If not, reach out to them, ask them what it's all about. I know that we have some fabulous prizes that you all will want to win. So participate, get your families to participate. All you have to do is read over break. That's it. Speaking of winning, let's talk the Masked Singer. I want to say thank you to our week 1 performers, the Snow Person and the Luchador. You all did a fabulous job, and it was so good to start off the show with such strong performers. We found out last Thursday that our very own Mr. Taylor was the Luchador, who unfortunately was our first contestant eliminated. But Mr. Taylor, great job. I couldn't have done it. I really couldn't have. So kudos to you. This week, it's Monday when I'm filming this, so we have 2 new performers for you for tomorrow's episode, and I have no clue who they are. I'm looking forward to Thursday when I find out who they are. They are great performances, and like I said, I've got no clue. Looking forward to it. But Mr. McGuire is going to put some clips of the performances from our first 4 contestants coming up next. So you have that to look forward to, and you're able to relive that magic from those first performances. So, but for me, I'm going to leave you with stay safe, stay healthy. We love you and we miss you guys. See you in 2021. Bye.
Underground thunder pounds as I stomp the ground like a million elephants or silverback orangutans. You can't stop a train. Who wants some? Don't come unprepared. I'll be there, but when I leave there, better be a household name. Where the man telling us it ain't gonna rain. Now we sit in a drop top soaking wet in this silk suit trying not to sweat.
Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world. What would
yeah, I'm on the drum, yeah, I'm on the snare drum. Yeah, I'm on the beat, I know the chorus now, man, I spit the heat, yeah, here to the sun. Praise the king, praise the Bible. I'm surprised you didn't hear this in the Bible. I'm so tired, I might be psycho.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. Sweet coronavirus. School lunch never sounded so good. I was corn and pizza.
I am Siddharth Gupta and I am an Indian citizen. A motivational quote that I wanted to share is, the pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. The optimist sees opportunity in every difficulty. One thing I like about Crawford is that the teachers are very helpful. A big shout out to Miss Thompson ma'am for being an amazing language arts teacher. If you deleted something by mistake, you can get it back by pressing the shortcut Ctrl+Z.
Hi, my name is Savannah and I'm a student at Crawford Middle School.
I love to spend time with my family.
Shout out to Miss McPeak for learning and having fun at the same time. Here's something you should know. Use Adobe Spark to be creative. I have fun in Mr. McGuire's class because it's fun and creative. I really do love all my teachers and I love being a student at CMS. Thanks for watching.
My name is Gabby, and I'm a student at Crawford Middle School. One of my favorite quotes is, "Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever." Gandhi. I want to give a shout out to Miss Rowe for being my favorite teacher. One helpful tech tip I learned in Mr. McGuire's class is Control A is select all. One of my favorite things to do is draw and paint. I also really like to walk my dog.
Hi CMS, my name's Amaya and today I'll be interviewing Miss Whalen. She's going to introduce herself in the next portion of the video.
Hi, I am Polly Whalen. I am 6th grade language arts teacher at Crawford Middle School. Thank you, Amaya, for asking me to do this interview with you.
Our first question is, where are you from?
So I am originally from Cynthiana, Kentucky. It's a small town just north of Lexington. It's only about 45 minutes away. And I have been living in Lexington for the last 2 years.
This next question relates to the last question. What's your favorite part about reading?
Reading has not always been my favorite subject. When I was in school, in middle school and high school, I did not read as much then as I do now, I have to admit. I liked it, but it wasn't my favorite thing, and I didn't love it the way that I do now. When I was in school, my favorite subject was probably math. I always enjoyed my math classes and learning new things in math. I do love reading now. My favorite part about reading is just getting to experience new situations, new stories. You can really kind of get lost in a book and feel like you get to know these characters and you get to kind of put yourself in their shoes for a little bit. It's kind of like an escape. So that's probably my favorite thing about reading.
The next question is, when did you know you wanted to be a teacher?
I knew I wanted to be a teacher when I actually started school. When I started college, I wanted to be an elementary school teacher. And once I got into the program, I decided that wasn't for me. I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would. So I ended up getting a degree in something completely different. And after I graduated from college, I started subbing. I started being a substitute teacher at our middle school where I'm from in Harrison County. And that's when I decided that I really loved middle school and I really loved teaching middle schoolers. So I went back to school to become a middle school teacher. And so glad that I did.
These next two questions relate to this question. How long have you been teaching?
I've been teaching for 2 years. This is my second year. This is my second year teaching and my second year at Crawford. So I've been at Crawford for 2 years now as well.
Our last question is, what is a quote you live by and why?
A quote that I live by, a quote that I love is by Walt Whitman. He said, "Keep your face always towards the sunshine and the shadows will fall behind you." Not only is that true literally, to me it means to just be positive, to always look on the bright side, stay focused on the good things that you have, and the bad things will kind of disappear, or they won't seem as bad if you focus on the good things in your life. So just being positive and so that's a little bit about me. Thank you, Amaya and Mr. McGuire's class. Bye.
Hello SMS, my name is Esther and I'm in 8th grade. I moved from Africa to the United States in June of 2015 with my family. With my three siblings, Mama and Papa and Auntie. I have been living in the United States over 5 years, almost 6. I really want to say thank you to Miss Perry, the languages teacher, for everything she's done for me, keeping me updated with my work.
Hi CMS, today I'm interviewing Miss Lammy.
Hello!
Should we get started?
Let's do it.
First question, what's your favorite thing about being a teacher?
Yes. My favorite thing about being a teacher is working with my students. Guys, I'm happy to make my day. I love sharing my love of science with you and hopefully having you guys gain a love of science and to just be better people or good people.
Second question, what do you like teaching in science the most?
Well, I think I really enjoyed the progression this year, going from geology on Mars to plate motion to rock transformations. That's been really fun this year. But I do think my most favorite thing is when we look at space. I find space to be so fascinating that there's so much out there, and I would never go to space, but I just find the technology and the science that goes behind studying and exploring space to be very fascinating.
Cool. Why did you choose to become a teacher?
Well, when I was young, I used to play school all the time and always wanted to be a teacher. And then as I grew older and got to middle school is a very funky time. Hey, Joy Day, we're doing an interview. You get to join us. Middle school is just an awkward time, and it was an awkward time for me, and I was very thankful for my teachers that helped me get through it. And so that's really how I decided to be a teacher. I had so many good teachers that inspired me, and I wanted to try to inspire you guys.
That's cool. Last question, if you were not a science teacher, what would you be?
I would be an interior decorator. I went to school for a little bit to do interior design, and it ended up being a lot more than just decorating. Actually, really, I would love to flip houses and then do the decor and, make it nice. If I could do anything, I would flip houses. That's what I would do.
Well, that's all for our interview. It was nice talking with you.
Karen. It was so good talking to you.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello CMS, my name is Emmanuel and this is my Adobe Spark video. I am a basketball player. I am a smart kid. I am a fun kid to play with. I am a loyal family member. I am a worker. I am a gamer. I am a football player. I am a cooker. I am an athletic kid.
My favorite quote is, "Whatever you are, be a good one," by Abraham Lincoln.
Hi, my name is Andrew, and I am a gamer. I am a 6th grader at Crawford. I like to swim. It is one of my favorite things to do. I would like to give a shout out to Miss Bain. She is a great science teacher. Tech tip. To copy, press Ctrl C. To paste, press Ctrl V.
I picked that picture because my dog is the one thing that gets me started, and she is very special. Her name is Rosie, and she is always there when I need it. But Jesus because he is the second thing that gets me going. Christianity is a big thing in my family, and Jesus is always there, even when I might not realize it. Although some of us fight, our family will always stick together, and I'm very grateful to have them in my life, and we will always last forever.
Hi, Mrs. Thompson. Thank you for meeting with me today. Mrs. Thompson teaches 7th grade language arts on the Reds team. I have a few questions I'd like to ask you.
Absolutely.
Why did you want to become a teacher?
I wanted to become a teacher to inspire young adults. Middle school is a really rough age, but I love middle schoolers and I love building relationships with them.
All right. How long have you been a teacher?
Next month actually marks my first full year of teaching, and my first year has been spent at Crawford Middle School. I love it here.
What's your favorite thing about teaching?
My favorite thing about teaching is just building those connections with students and helping them to be successful.
All right. What do you like most about virtual teaching, and what do you like least about it?
I like virtual teaching because of the flexibility. I don't like virtual teaching because I don't get to see my kids' faces. Nobody turns their camera on, and nobody unmutes themselves. It's all in the chat box. So I can't wait to be back in person and see everyone face to face.
All right. If you weren't a teacher, what job would you want?
If I weren't a teacher, maybe a nurse. I don't know. I went to nursing school first and changed my major, so maybe a nurse.
What's your favorite thing to do outside of school?
My favorite thing to do outside of school is play Among Us. No, I'm just kidding. My favorite thing to do is spend time with family and my children.
What's your favorite book that you have read?
One of my favorite books is this young adult book, Bud Not Buddy, and this is the book we actually focus on in my educational enhancement class.
Thank you so much for having the time to talk with me today. I have one last question for you. I'm your favorite student, right?
I have a long list of favorites, Will, but you're on there somewhere. Bye, Will. Thank you.
Bye.
Hi. Okay. So I have a couple of questions for you.
Okay.
If you didn't teach at Crawford, what other school would you teach at?
Ooh, that's a good question. I would either teach at James Lane Allen Elementary School because it's right down the street from my house, and I used to be an elementary school teacher, and sometimes I miss teaching math and social studies and science, and I miss recess because I love to go outside and play games with the kids. Or I would teach high school, and I would teach food and nutrition at Lafayette High School.
Oh, okay. And then what do you like most about being a language arts teacher?
I love reading with you guys, and I love having discussions with you guys about things, like especially like this last one about the video games, whether or not they're sports. I like having those debates, but really my favorite thing is to teach novels and read stories and kind of go into that. And I love doing scavenger hunts. So when you guys come back to the building, we'll do scavenger hunts together, and that's so much fun.
Okay. And then if you didn't teach language arts, what other subject would you teach?
I would teach reading again, which was what I used to teach. Or social studies. I like teaching, or I like learning about the Greek mythology. I love Greek mythology and Egyptology, but I'm also a science nerd. Um, Actually, it really wouldn't matter. I love all the subject areas, which is funny because I hated school growing up. Like, I hated it. So the fact that I enjoy all those areas of content, kind of funny to me. Or PE. PE would be fun too, because I do like playing games.
Okay, and then what's your favorite book or movie?
Oh, So my favorite book series is probably the Harry Potter series or the Hunger
Me too.
Games series. I love, like, I'm so excited. Next week is my Harry Potter week. When it gets cold, I will save Harry Potter for then. And I've read the books, and I've read them more than once. Hunger Games, same thing. And those are from my, like, young adult or kids books. My other favorite book is, there's a couple of them. There's Saving CC Honeycutt. Fried green tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Cafe, and there's another one. I read a lot. I read over 150 books this year, so yeah, it's kind of my thing.
Who would you like to meet the most? Like, who's your celebrity that you would love to meet one day?
Let's see. Do they have to be alive?
No.
They don't. Okay, so if I ever got to choose, like, anybody in history, it would probably be Agatha Christie, who is one of my favorite authors of all time. I would like to meet J.K. Rowling. I would like to meet, I love Ellen DeGeneres. I think she's hilarious. Who else? There are a lot of musicians I would love to meet. I would love to meet John Butler. I would love to meet Paul Simon, Paul McCartney. I mean, I really, with musicians, I could go on for days, but yeah, lots of different people.
What was the last thing that you laughed about?
Oh,
that's a weird question.
It's not though, but it's so fun. It's so appropriate. Probably. So your teachers, Miss Damon, Miss Paycock, Miss Simons, Miss Lamy, and Miss O and I, we have a group chat that we work on and we communicate with all day long, going back and forth about you little stinkers. And sometimes we become like these really big nerds, and we have really enjoyed our Bitmoji characters this year, and we figured out how to put them all together. And we're just sending back and forth silly Bitmoji scenes together, and that makes me laugh a lot. My colleagues, the people that I work with, your teachers, make me super happy, and they make me laugh all the time. So they're funny. Miss Peacock is really, really funny.
And then, where would you like to go on vacation? If you got to go anywhere.
Anywhere? Greece. Yeah, I want to go to Greece.
And then, if you didn't teach 6th grade, what grade would you teach?
Probably 5th grade.
5th grade?
4th or 5th grade, yeah.
Okay, and then what is, like, when you went to your first year of being a teacher, what was it like?
Well, my first year of teaching, I was a traveling teacher, and I taught from room to room. So I had this big bag full of books and pencils and crayons and all the tools, and I taught English as a second language, and I taught reading. And so I worked down in Florida. So I would go from classroom to classroom, which meant I got to go inside, outside, because the hallways there are outside. And I had ages 5 through 10. So I had all different ages, and it was a lot of fun. It was really scary at first, but it was a lot of fun.
And then my last question, which is, if you got to go back in time, which grade would you go back to?
Oh, college. I love college.
Why?
It's so much fun because one of the frustrating things about being a kid and growing up is that you don't get to choose what you're going to study, and all these adults are always telling you what to do. And I didn't like that very much when I was a kid. I didn't like saying they're like, you have to read this and you have to learn that, and that always frustrated me. But if you can get through all of that bossiness and all of those things where these adults are actually doing what's best for you, and you get to go to college. When you go to college, you can study what you want to study. You get to take the things that you're the most fascinated, and you can go and learn about them. So if you like space, you can go and study astrophysics or astronomy, or if you like to fix cars, and you can go and do trade school and go learn about engines. So when I got to go to college, and I've had a couple of degrees, I loved going and saying, you know what, I really want to learn more about this, and you get to go study that and learn about what that is. And having choices is the most powerful thing ever. So college is a lot of fun, or any kind of higher education past high school. So get through the boring stuff, and then you get to go make a lot of choices, and that's the fun part.
Okay, that's my last question.
Okay, well, you
Thank
know what,
you.
you are so eloquent, and I just love you. I think you're fantastic.
Thank you.
You're
Well,
welcome,
that was my
sweetie.
last question. Thank you for being in an interview with me.